8 in a row for Weber.
In this past week's PBA National Champion, exuberant Pete Weber is the champion and shows and displays a great deal of emotion on his victory. Of special interest to Delaware bowlers, Jim J.J. Johnson Jr. made the finals, ended up in 5th place. In commemoration of that great moment, we are going to present a Bowlers Gazette Star Challenge match with J.J. from 1984 when he first got his start in bowling on television. Welcome to Holiday Lanes. This is the Bowlers Gazette. With me is John Thompson Jr. And we have a good match today. We have a Star Challenge. We have Jim Johnson Jr. against Samm Lloyd. Should be a good match, Jr.
It ought to be an excellent match. Sam's one of the better left-handers in the area, and everybody knows JJ, how good he is.
We're going to get ready to start this match. This is the 4th of our Star Challenges. The first was an exhibition match between JJ and Jim Conway. That was down at Price Lanes last year. Since that time, we've had 2 rounds of the Star Challenge. In the first round, Don Stewart defeated Joe Staub to get into the finals, but he was defeated by JJ. And in the next round, Paul Manuel defeated Tom Smith, but he was also defeated by JJ. So JJ has won 3 matches in a row. He's won $400, and he has a chance today to win $200 more. What do you think?
We'll get the first spring jitters out of the way for both bowlers, and then we'll really see what's going to go on out here today. JJ had a late hit the first time, couldn't carry the 7 on the wall shot.
The lanes have a little bit of oil on them out there.
They do look a little slick today. That and that shot there of Sam's, I think he's still a little tight yet. Get him loosened up, get JJ loosened up, we could see a big game here.
JJ's kind of used to throwing some good games. He's had 16 300s and 7 800s so far in his early career. Sam's been around for a good while. He's 36 years old and is married. His wife's name is Susan. And he bowls in 3 houses. He bowls at First State, Silverside, and Pleasant Hill. The Star Challenge is a scratch tournament. We also have a handicap Star Challenge, which we are running, but this is scratch. This is where the big guns come in.
It's the name of the game. Get out there, and all you get is what you knock down. Sam still looks a little uncomfortable on the approach, like he hasn't quite got into his game yet. This is one man you do not want to fall behind too early, or JJ will run you right out the door. Trip 4, bowler's favorite friend.
I think after that shot, we're going to see JJ really start to bear down now.
He looks like he's still fishing for something to me. That trip 4 shot, the frame before, he looked very aggressive, and that frame there, he looked like he just wanted to finesse the shot. They may be just too slick to do that today. He may just have to go for it on every ball.
The loser of this match will receive $100. The star can stay in for 10 matches, end up winning $2,000 if he goes that far.
That's a nice round figure.
Hopefully next fall, when we get the Star Challenge rolling again, we'll get a lot of entries. There should be some good prize money.
You see Sam pull up at the foul line there at the release. He's really tight at the beginning of his approach. Doesn't have that normal rhythm that I've seen Sam go up there with.
We have a slight problem with the lanes. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sam made that spare, even though you didn't get a chance to see it. We've got a close match after 3 frames. JJ has 40, Samm Lloyd 36.
All right, Sam, way to get a break. Maybe that'll loosen him up and he can get going here.
Interesting thing, Sam spells his name with 2 M's, and he says the reason he did that, when he was a young fellow watching TV, Glenn Allison was on, and he had a bowling shirt that was given to him for the match, and he refused to bowl because the Glenn only had 1 N in it. So he decided to put an extra M in his name, just as a sort of a little trick there. Also, he doesn't like to be called Sammy, and that'll end that.
Let's not talk about Glenn Allison. That's going back, that's telling our ages, going back too many years. All right, you see both those last 2 shots, JJ was aggressive at the line, strong through the release, like he did on the trip 4 shot a couple frames ago. A slick pair of lanes here. I think Jimmy's decided that he's going to give it all he has on every shot, go right for the hole.
Sam needs this strike to keep up with him.
That's the first really good ball Sam has thrown this game. He finally got relaxed at the start and just let his arm swing down and threw the shot. Stay clean. That's important in a head-to-head match. You must stay clean and try and catch some strikes when you can. Oh, must be a jinx. No sooner said it and he blew the 6-pin. Bowling JJ is tough any day, but Sam has just made his day particularly difficult.
Sam's wife is in the background here watching the match.
All right, stole another on the Brooklyn side.
Didn't look pretty, but it adds up the same.
I'd take 12 in a row just like that. No pride. It's how many you knocked down, not how you did it. Looks like JJ spotted something wrong with the pin setup. From here, I couldn't tell what was really wrong with that rack, but JJ obviously saw something he didn't like.
Sometimes I get the impression on the Pro Tour when they re-rack like that there's nothing really wrong. They're just psyching out the other bowler.
That's true. A lot of times they might do that at a psychological edge.
JJ sure seemed to like that last rack.
I like that last delivery. In this game so far, that was the best shot that he's thrown. And that particular ball there, if there's any youngsters, any junior bowlers watching this program, you notice how smooth JJ went to the line. And even though he lost his balance, his follow-through extended all the way through the target and through the shot. That's what makes him one of the best local bowlers.
Samm Lloyd in the 7th frame. He needed that one.
Good ball for Sam. Nice and relaxed. Good swing, good stroke right through the target.
Sam's 36 pins down at this point. He can't afford to let up one bit now.
He probably needs to strike out through the rest of the game and hope that JJ gives him a break. Could see at that time, but Sam really pulled up short at the foul line.
This is our second visit to Holiday Lanes. We were here last year for the Junior Top 10 tournament. I think we had another match in, didn't we, Junior?
Yeah, we don't really want to go into that one.
I think Sam just put the final nail in his own coffin on that.
I think he locked himself out there. He looks a little confused about what the lanes are really like out there. And there's no worse feeling than going up there and not knowing what the ball's going to do. See how JJ goes after this 3-6-10 on very slick lanes. Extreme left, straighten the ball out, just roll it straight across the lane, let it come back into the pins.
JJ gets a mark in this frame and he'll completely lock it up.
Oh my Lord. I've been told that is the only true tap in the game of ball. Solid 8-pin. To Jimmy's credit, he didn't let it upset him and he went up, made the spare, just like he should have.
You can tell JJ's out the bowl when he doesn't have one of his caps on. When he has the cap on, he's kind of enjoying himself.
Yes.
He doesn't have that on, he's there for all of it.
Sam just isn't on today, and it's really too bad because I've seen Sam throw just as many strike after strike after strike as JJ. It could have been one heck of a match.
Everybody gets those sort of days, and unfortunately this is Sam's.
That was a nice spare shot.
JJ's got 186 with a spare in the 9th, and Samm Lloyd 139 with a spare.
Well, the best Sam can get is 189. That means that JJ really doesn't have to show up for the 10th frame.
No, he's already won his 4th match, his 3rd star challenge as the star. Make him $200 richer, and at least $100 richer in addition to that, because as he goes on to the next match, when we have another one, he's guaranteed $100.
It's not bad for one game.
Not at all. Ooh.
No, just wasn't Sam's day. Everything seemed to go against him there.
Sam finishes out with a 166. He doesn't do too bad. He still ends up with $100 out of the deal.
Nothing wrong with that.
Costs him $25 to get in, wins $100. That's not bad.
That's a good return on your money.
You might even say he was defeated, but he didn't really lose.
That's a fair statement. On that last shot that Jimmy just threw, they had a nice camera angle of his face on the approach. And you can see even with the game well in hand, he can't lose. He was up there concentrating every single shot. And that's what you have to do in this game. We have 225 with another strike, which is somewhat close to his average, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he went in with a 229 average. .223 for the final. And that'll wrap up this match in the Star Challenge Series.
This week on Inside Bowling, I have the youngest star in professional bowling, Pete Weber. Pete, what got you interested in bowling?
Well, naturally, my father's Dick Weber, and he had a lot to do with that. He owned a bowling alley, and when we got old enough, he'd let us walk in and just go push the ball down the lane. And all the kids took it up for a profession, and now I'm the only one left out here on tour.
Did you bowl when you were a junior? Did you bowl in a junior bowling program?
Yeah, we had a junior bowling program in St. Louis. We had a junior archway tournament that ran like I'd say twice a month, and that was good for experience to match play and everything.
How many years have you been bowling in this tour, in a PBA tour?
This is my 4th year as a PBA member and full-time on tour.
I seen you on TV, so how many times have you won? How many times do you remember, how many titles?
I have 2 titles and 4 second places. I don't like those second places. I'd rather take the first place. Started on tour.
Yeah, started on tour.
You just fill out an application, have 3 members in good standing sign the application, send it into the office, and normally they won't turn you down. They'll automatically accept you.
Well, Pete, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks so much, Dave.
And we'll be right back with more Junior Bowlers Gazette right after this.